Hello, hello, hello. All right. What's going on, everybody? There's one that's cut up. Okay, cool. We keep rolling. What's up, Wabbit? Yep, I'm back. We're getting into this one here in just a second. I really wish I could just leave this set up and I wouldn't ever have to mess with it all the time, but I'm always using this desk, so... Maybe when I get my own place again, I'll get set up the right way. There we go. That's fine. I'm leaving. I'm not messing with it. All right. So we are back. I dropped off the 5 other submissions we saw earlier, and I picked up one submission, another smooth transition and process with CGC. Which, again, I don't want to look too far into this because, you know, they're a huge company and I'm a nobody, but they started liking my stuff on Instagram, which is kind of cool. So, again, I'm a nobody. I'm real small in terms of content creators, if you even want to call me that. I'm just kind of a dude that likes shiny cardboard and does this for fun, kind of like old One Punch Man in Saitama. Nice little reference there. Anyway. Yeah, just a collector for fun. Do this as a hobby, so it's kind of cool to get recognized by, you know, a company like that I've done, I don't know, now 22 submissions with. So definitely cool to see. Not to look too far into it or think too much about it, but give away these codes in 2 minutes. We'll thanks, I appreciate it. And you know what, Wabbit, we've had this conversation before. It's just me being me, dude. Like, I'm just trying to be genuine. I don't have this weird fake persona or personality. It's just me. I'm enjoying it like I always have. So, but yeah, we'll give it another 2 minutes and then we'll get started with the submission. It is a 25 card submission. Obviously, if you guys saw the title, you know what we're looking into today. So I'm super excited. Wabbit, can you hear the music at all, or is it pretty quiet? I'm just not trying to like drone out my audio, which is another like back and forth for me. I keep trying to figure out. Yeah, so I'll say like 98, 99% of the submission. Okay, cool. Is Charizard's. But obviously I had some other stuff in there because I was trying to pair stuff in or just fill in that last little bit. But anyway, without further ado, let me do my little intro here. Well, what's going on, everybody? WakoBako here. In this very close-up, zoomed-in picture you're seeing here is my 17th CGC submission. As you see by the title, if you read it, this is the Charizard submission. So it's my first time submitting majority Charizard cards. I'm super excited to crack into this. Most of this stuff will end up going on to the website. I'm sorry, not the website, my eBay storefront. So once this is done and the live stream ends, I'm literally sliding over to my other desk and uploading all this stuff. So yeah, stay tuned. Without further ado, let's get right into it. I appreciate everyone that came by earlier to check out the submission preview. And for anyone that's new to the channel, I'm going to be doing this going forward, and I always do this. I do a submission preview, and then we do a recap once the order comes back. So yeah, I'm pretty excited. Weather seems to be getting terrible, as you can hear outside. So if I cut out, we'll continue to stream as the power kicks back on. But so I'm glad I have all these external lights and a decent cell phone signal. So here we go. 25 cards fresh from CGC. Man, what's up? Good old Alex over at /frag. If you caught any of the stream earlier, hopefully I didn't spoil anything for you, but if you didn't, then it should be a surprise. But here we go. 25 brand new, beautiful cards. I'm super excited to get into this. Okay, cool. You didn't yet. Cool. So if you didn't, don't look at the short for today either. That's the one for your order. There's 4 more shorts coming in the next 4 days. So if you just want to watch those, go ahead. Yeah, this storm is rolling through though. All right, I don't want to put this off too much longer. I don't want to take too long to get through this because of the storm, but here we go. This is the Charizard heavy submission. Let's see how we did. I'm going to try and cover these up, and then obviously if we get a different label, we'll know it's something different. So here we go. Starting off with that Mewtwo from 151. This is the Japanese Mewtwo. The English one you got with the 151 Ultra Premium Collection. That was a pretty nice promo, but I had this, and I thought, hey, you know, I want to try and submit this as well and try my luck. So let's see how we start off this submission. Nice, there we go. That's a good start right there. Absolutely beautiful Gem Mint 10. Now, it's not the pristine 10, but hey, I'll gladly take this. This is amazing. Obviously, no complaints there. So, huge start there. Absolutely amazing. All right, let's get into the next one. All right, so this one here I'm super excited for because of the card behind this as well. So this is the Mewtwo V-Star. This came from V-Star Universe back in 2022. The cool thing about this card is obviously he's fighting Charizard, and there's a Charizard V-Star card, which is I put directly behind this, that... I will show you that. Actually, let me show you that real quick. I'm going to put this down for a second. I'm not looking at it. I'll show you the difference. All right, so here is the CGC 10, right? This is the Gem Mint 10, as you can see here, right? This is the new version of the label. Here's an old CGC 10. This is the pristine 10. So it's the step above regular Gem Mint 10, okay? So that means that there's other parameters that met. It's not necessarily perfect, because there used to be perfects with CGC, but this is the pristine. And then this is the new label of pristine. You see I got a couple different ones. So this is a CGC 10 Gem Mint, and then this is a pristine 10. So the 4 grading criteria that goes off of this is your centering, the edges of the card, your surface, and then the corners. So usually in this parameter here, that means all 4 of those parameters were 10s. This here, probably 3 of the 4 parameters were 10s, if that makes sense. But that's the difference between your 10, your standard 10s, and your pristine 10s. Hopefully that explains it. I will put this stuff back afterwards. I want to get back into this. So, still covering this back up. Let's take a look and see what our grade. So again, right behind this one, the next card in line. Yeah, you're very welcome. The next card in line is the Charizard V-Star. So hopefully we did good on the pair. Either way, they're going to stay in the collection. Maybe I'll grade a couple more, but let's see how we did. Ooh, 7. That's kind of rough. I'll have to look. So the one good thing CGC does, and I think PSA and Becca does the same thing, on your submission, once you get these back, there's actually a hyperlink, and there's digital scans of every single card you got here. So it's super high def. I can go in and zoom in really far, and I see what the discrepancies are. So I'll have to check and see. I mean, from this initial glance, I thought it looked really good. There may be something I was missing, but that's what I like about those scans. So, and if you do shop on my eBay storefront, I'll have the normal pictures that I take here in the studio, and then I have the scans on that post as well. So you get to see every bit and angle of these cards. So, hey, you know what? 7's not too bad. I'll take it. Let's get to the next one, though. So this is the other one. So as you can see here, two sides or two different vantage points or viewpoints, if you will. Again, this is the Mewtwo V-Star, and this is the Charizard. I'm curious to see how we did with this one here. Let's take a look. Nice, there we go. We got a 10 on this one. Very, very nice. So, hey, at least we got a 10 on one of them. I thought they really looked similar in condition, to be completely honest with you. But I'll take that all day long. That's huge. So we got 2 10s out of 3 cards so far. That's absolutely amazing. So I may honestly just shop around for another 10 in this, or I may try and just grade another one myself. But it's such an awesome pair. I really like how these went together. But yeah, strong start, strong start. Let's get to the next one here. So this is another Charizard V-Star, but this is from a different set. So this is from Star Birth. Obviously, you can tell this is just your regular ultra rare. In Japanese, they have it the triple R rarity here. So it's like, it's still an ultra rare, but it's the step above what your holo rare would be. So let's take a look and see how we did on this one. Nice, there we go. Another 10. This card's not crazy expensive or crazy rare by any means, but like, it's always nice when you get 10s, and then especially Charizards. And again, it sounds kind of funny because obviously I'm a Team Blastoise guy and I'm excited about Charizards, but don't tell anybody. Anyway, that's a huge one right there. I'll gladly take that. Hey, a 10's a 10 for me. I'll take it all day long. So here we go. On to the next one. So this is the Radiant Charizard. This came from Crown Zenith in 2023. Such an awesome card. I like this Radiant over the other Radiant that came from Pokemon Go. I just think it's a way better design, way better background. I think this one's a lot nicer. I do have this one in Japanese. Let me actually grab that real quick before we take a look at this. Just gonna put that down like that. All right, so here is the one in Japanese, and the other thing that's special about this, it's in the old label, so I have a pristine 10 old blue label CGC. But again, this card's absolutely amazing. I think the texture on the Japanese card is way cleaner, a little bit nicer than the English, but I'm just gonna set this here. Let's see if you guys can still see that. Come on, stream, catch up. All right, cool. So we can still see that. I'm gonna just slide up just a little bit. All right. So let's see how we did on this one. Obviously, it's not a pristine, otherwise we'd have that black and gold label right away. Well, let's see how we did. Nice, there we go. Another one, so there we go. Oh my goodness, DJ Khaled. No, that's terrible. I can't say that. So we have the old school pristine 10 and a new label, regular Gem Mint 10. I'll take it. Obviously, no complaints there. We're doing really, really good so far. Man, that's pretty awesome. I'm excited. And again, most of these cards will be going up on the eBay storefront, which will go live tomorrow. So keep that in mind. All right, so we just did this one. Let's go here. Another Radiant Charizard. So here is the first one that we did. Here's another one. Again, same card, same set. Of course, I'm getting notifications. Great. I love when I'm getting interrupted. But anyway, another Radiant Charizard. Let's see how we did on this one. Nice. There we go. Another 10. So back-to-back 10s. You see the cert numbers on there, 005, 006. Back-to-back Radiant 10s. I'll take it. That's insane. That's awesome. We're doing really good so far, if you can't tell. All right, here we go. Another Charizard. This is from 151. This is the regular EX. I think it's such an awesome card. I like the EXs, and they're growing on me more and more because they're actually like coming out of the card itself. Yeah, I'm liking it. The EXs are really, really nice. And again, this is from Scarlet Violet 151. Let's see how we did on this one. Nice. Oh my goodness. Another 10. This is insane. And again, it's one of those things where, like, I'm not a professional grader by any means. It'd be a cool job. I wouldn't mind doing it. But it's just a lot of just taking a couple minutes, looking at it with a nice bright light, maybe zoom in with, like, you know, your phone or magnifying glass, whatever. Yeah, again, I'm not a grading expert. I just look at stuff. I'm like, hey, this could be a 10, maybe a little bit under. Sometimes it's really obvious if it's not a 10, right? You see like some off centering or scratches or dents or dings. So again, I kind of pick stuff out of the batch to see how it's going to look. But another 10 in a Charizard. That's insane. All right. Ooh. Oh my goodness. No way. All right. So check this out. You ready? So here we go. I can't even hide this one, right? Because I'd have to do this. I'd have to cover up the whole thing. But look at this. Our first and my first pristine 10 Charizard. As the storm rolls in and wants to interrupt my whole process. So this is the Japanese 151 version. Again, it's the pristine 10. It's got the black and gold label on it. An absolutely beautiful card there. I'm telling you, sometimes I have better luck with the Japanese, sometimes I don't. But there we go. A 10 in English, a pristine 10 in Japanese. It looks absolutely amazing. Yeah, the black and gold is a very nice mix. And I like how this is all like embossed. Obviously, you can't feel it through this, but you can tell it's raised. So very, very nice. We're killing it right now. Like, I don't know if you can't tell, but we're doing really well. All right, next, another Charizard from 151. This is the, excuse me, I gotta take a drink of water. I'm getting too excited and lose my voice already. All right. Japanese 151. This is a Charizard EX full art. I know, dude. It's gonna be one of those days already. Excuse me. Yeah, so Japanese 151. This is the full art. I really, really like this artwork for Charizard. If you look at some of the other full arts outside of, you know, the GX, which is one of my favorites, this one it's amazing. It's a full image of Charizard. He's ready to fight. I like the background color. Everything works. So let's see how we did on this one. Nice. Another 10. Wow. Wow, wow, wow. What have we had? One card under 10 so far? Let me just do a quick... Yeah, we've only had one card under 10 so far. This is a huge submission. This is amazing. 10 and gold 10 are same size for the cover, right? Yeah, exactly same thing, right? It's the same. If you overlap it, it's still the exact same thing. The label matches up the exact same. It's just a different design. It's the exact same thing. All right, nice. Again, another huge 10 here in the full art Charizard. Let's take a look and see what's next. Ooh, okay. Now it's starting to get even better. So here we go. This is the Charizard EX. This is the alt art. As I bump the camera, and of course, let me fix that real quick. I'm not going to spoil that. Come on. See, this is what happens. I get too excited, start bumping stuff. I'm surprised, you know, I gotta tell you, I'm surprised Alex hasn't tried to like do a montage of all of me just bumping into shit. But again, it wouldn't be my content without me bumping into something. So, yeah. All right. Anyway, let's get back to it. So here we go. Flip this back over. This is the Charizard alt art from Obsidian Flames. This card, just like most English alt arts now, they start off crazy expensive and they just keep going down and down in price. I think these are around like 45 to 50 bucks a piece right now, ungraded, of course. So definitely a huge pickup if you like the artwork. I think it's amazing. The Japanese version looks even better, especially with all the texture. But let's take a look and see how we did. Ooh, man, almost got it. Got a 9.5 on this one. That's still a huge grade. If I was to guess just off of initial look, there is a little bit of whitening on this corner in the bottom. I don't know if you'll be able to see that. But it's little things like that that push you off from the 10. Yeah, and there's a little bit in this top corner as well. But still, that's a huge grade. I'll gladly take that. And such a beautiful card. Very, very nice. And the 9.5 for the Charizard EX alt art. All right. So here's another one. Let's try our luck again. Maybe we can get a 10 on this one. All right. Same card again. We saw the 9.5 here. Let's see what we can do. See if we can do any better on this one. All right. So we got a 9 on this one. Again, still a huge grade there for the alt art Charizard. Well, yeah, absolutely. Like, it's not bad at all. I'm not going to complain about it, but it's just one of those things where, like, you look at, especially on this one, how little it was to push off from a 10. Looking at these two side by side, and I saw this one before when I was doing the preview, this one is definitely off-centered a little bit. So if you look at it, it's shifted this way just ever so slightly. This border here is a lot thinner than this side. And that's probably the reason why, yeah, it's even more obvious on this side, right? If you look this way now, the borders are a lot thicker here than it is on this side. So maybe that was enough to push it off of the 9.5 or even the 10, but I can't complain. Like, these are both beautiful cards as I drop it. Maybe I'll keep one of these for me and I'll put one up. And again, I don't mind trying to sell off the higher one and maybe keeping the regular 9 for myself. I do have one with the binder in the set, and I'm watching on stream with the stream delay, and I just watch me throw it. Tragic. But yeah, not bad. So let me see, make sure I'm keeping these in order. So that's 10, there's 11. Okay, next. Here we go. So, oof, keeps getting better. So here is the Charizard Alt Art, but this is from 151, another Charizard EX. Just initial look, I think the front looks really, really good on this. Let's flip over to the back. I don't really see anything glaring. I mean, maybe it's off-centered slightly, but I don't see anything too crazy on this one. Ooh, a 10 in this would be huge for sure. Let's take a look and see. Ooh, 7.5. Ouch. Man, I'm really going to have to look at these. And again, that's why I keep referencing the scans that CGC gives you, because I can zoom in so far and see, like, normally when you get under an 8, it's like, there's centering issues, there's some dings, dents, scrapes, obvious scratches, creases. Yeah, so I'm not really sure. Again, I'll have to look at this after the fact. But again, like, just looking at this, I mean, I think the centering on the front looks really clean. There's got to be something I'm missing here, but I don't want to waste too much time on it right now. If anything, I'll try to put this to the side and I'll look at it a little bit later. But look, don't worry. We still have all this stuff to go through here and potential for some great cards. So here we go. So this is why I like doing this, right? So when one fails, we have a second chance here. And this is the Japanese one. So, yeah, the value on this one's a little bit more expensive than the English one. The English one is sitting at like 120 to 125 right now, maybe even higher. Japanese one's probably like 130, 140, maybe even 150 at this point. But yeah, Charizard EX. This is the alt art from from Pokemon 151. Let's see how we did on this one. Nice, there we go. All right, good. Definitely makes up for the 7.5 on the English. So I got two other Japanese Charizards in here that, yeah, and same. Like, I feel like the card quality is much better. I feel like just the textures and everything is just so much nicer. Yeah, I'm definitely a fan of the Japanese cards, but that's huge. So there's two other cards in here that I want to see how we do on them, because if you guys remember, and maybe he's watching, Jason Nee is one of the guys I met through Instagram, who I do all of my Japanese stuff from, or I purchase a lot of my Japanese stuff through, and I got this from him. There's two other Charizards in here. I'm pretty sure there's other ones in here that are from him as well. But in terms of like the big three, in terms of like modern, at least Scarlet and Violet Charizards, I got all of them through him in Japanese. So I'm very excited and curious to see how we do there. But yeah, that's huge. Again, English 7.5, we'll have to take a look at this. But hey, got the 10 in Japanese. Obviously, I can't complain about that. All right, so here's the next one. So this is another one I got from Jason Nee. Again, 2023, this is Ruler of the Black Flames. This is also the same set on the English side known as Obsidian Flames, as I try and filter through all these again. So it's this set here. Obsidian Flames is the English, Ruler of the Black Flames is the Japanese. Again, such a beautiful card. I think the texture is so much nicer on these. But let's see how we do on this one here. Nice, another 10. That's huge. Absolutely amazing. So there's another 10. Jason, I really hope you're watching this, because this is why I keep buying stuff from you, dude. Like, everything I get is just mint. It's absolutely amazing. No, I'm sorry, it's gem mint. Yeah, that's super exciting for sure. Let's take a look and see what we got next. All right, so here we go. Oh, trust me, I'm gonna count them all back for sure. Don't worry. So here is the first one. This is the alt art like Crystal Charizard EX. And here's the shiny one, right? So this one's from Rule of the Black Flames. This from Shiny Treasure EX. So this is another one that's from Jason Nee. I think this one is absolutely insane as well. The artwork is nuts. The card is just absolutely beautiful. The texture, everything about it is clean. That's just smudge from my finger. But let's take a look and see how we did on this one as well. Oh my goodness, let's go. That is absolutely insane. So look at this. So all three of these came from the same person. Jason, if you're watching this, I truly do appreciate you. I think it's been absolutely insane. Yeah, oh, absolutely. But yeah, so yeah, outside of the Bubble Mew and the Gardevoir, the Charizard's the next biggest card, if not the biggest. But yeah, all three of these, so these are all of the modern Charizard EXs as of right now in terms of the alt arts. I got them all in 10, so absolutely amazing. Again, Jason, thank you so much. These are huge. I'm blown away. And we still have more cards to get through, so let's keep rolling. That's absolutely amazing. All right, so here we go. So now changing the pace just a little bit. Charizard V. Now, this is the shiny Charizard V. This is the Chinese version, though, from the set Vivid Portrayals. So again, with the Chinese Pokemon TCG, they're still catching up on some of the older sets. They're still doing like some Sun and Moon stuff. They're doing Sword and Shield stuff as well. But I showed you guys that I bought this. I bought this while I was deployed, but I got it for like 30 or 40 bucks. So if you like some of these crazy high-end Charizard artworks or any of the nice cards in English and Japanese, the Chinese market is where to get them for now. If you don't care about the language or any of the text and you just like the art, the Chinese cards are a lot cheaper. It is official. They use the English backs on them. This is an official Pokemon trading card. Obviously, I mean, otherwise, CGC wouldn't have graded it. But yeah, it's a lot cheaper to get some of these really, really nice looking cards. So maybe that's a route for you to take, but I would highly recommend it. But enough talking about it. Let's see how we did. Shiny Charizard V in Chinese. Let's see how we did. Nice. There we go. We got the 10 on this one as well. So the other thing I'm going to look at also is I'm going to look at the population report to see how many of these are graded, right? Because again, the Chinese market is just starting to climb and get some traction. Yeah, Korean market's getting up there too. So I think slightly behind them is like the Thai market. I don't really keep up with that one, but I would say out of the up and coming markets, it's definitely Chinese, Korean's right behind it. So, but again, it's such a beautiful card. We got a killer grade on it with the 10. Let's keep rolling, see what else is in here. Ooh, nice. So I talked about this one earlier today because I have the Japanese version getting graded. I actually dropped it off. But this is the Chinese version. Again, same set, Vivid Portrayals. This is the Chinese Charizard VMAX, the shiny version. Card number 134 of 115. This is a super secret rare or a shiny secret rare. And again, I did mention this is my favorite artwork in terms of the Vs and VMAXs for Charizard. But let's see how we did on this one. Ooh, got a 9 on that one. That's still a huge grade. Still a very nice grade. If I was to guess right off the bat, it looks a little bit off-centered on the back. But I don't really see any whitening or... Oh, nope. There it is right there, right as I'm saying it. So you may not be able to see, but there's that little white dot right on the top there in that corner. There may be some other ones that I'm missing, but that's probably what pushed it off of the 9.5 or even the 10 or even the 9.5. So, hey, still a beautiful card. I'll gladly take it. You can see it. Okay, gotcha. But yeah, still a beautiful card. Let's keep going. Ooh, okay. Well, spoiler, I can't hide this label, so let me just do this. You guys can kind of tell what we're looking at here. I'm just going to leave that for a second as I grab a drink. We got another pristine 10. Oh, it's absolutely insane. Yeah, that's the real question there, Wabbit. What card is it? So, here we go. Another pristine 10 Charizard. And what's throwing me off too is the English back, because there's still some other English and Japanese and Chinese cards still in this last bit here. So I don't know what it is. All right. You guys ready for this? I'm gonna flip it over. All right, 3, 2, 1. Oh, nice. Very nice. Let's go. So this is the Charizard VMAX Hyper Rare. This is from the VMAX Battle Gift Box. Excuse me 1 second. Sorry, I think I hear someone's voice in the house. Hold on 1 sec. You guys can oogle over that. All right, nope, I'm just losing my mind. All right, so back to being excited. Look at this thing. This is absolutely beautiful. So, this is the last house someone wants to try to rob for sure. No, we're all good. Yeah, so this came from a battle gift box. I was actually gonna buy the whole gift box and keep it sealed, but it got so expensive so fast. So if you guys remember when I showed off this card, this came in its own little sealed individual wrap. So absolutely beautiful card there. So we got the 9 in the shiny. We got the pristine 10, not even just the 10, the pristine 10. And I'm assuming the pop on these is pretty low because, I mean, this is fairly new product. But yeah, that's huge. Absolutely insane. The pristine 10 from the Charizard VMAX Hyper Rare. So it's just one of those things where, and it's kind of hard to tell here, but like there's a background texture on that. The color is nice. Now, honestly, some of the older rainbow rares, like during like Sun and Moon, they did look a lot nicer. But again, it's to each their own. Like not everyone likes them. Honestly, I like the shiny variant a lot more. I truly do. But the rainbow is so awesome too. Like I don't know, it is a personal preference, right? But yeah, it's to each their own, right? But yeah, so that's huge right there. Another pristine 10. So what is that? 2 pristine 10s we got? Yeah, we got the regular EX earlier, and now we got the VMAX. So absolutely insane. All right, still got more cards to get through. Oh, this one here. I've been so excited about this. And you know what? I'm gonna say this right. And normally I don't really kind of bring up stuff behind the scenes or run my mouth, but someone had the audacity to try to talk shit, saying that, oh, you bought the Chinese one because I couldn't afford the English or the Japanese one. Interesting. Okay. I literally just replied with an LOL and then blocked them on Instagram. So I just thought it was hilarious. Like, and again, I don't ever talk about finance or any of that stuff, but someone was like, when I showed this off, someone commented, and it was one of those comments that it didn't make it to the actual like feed. Because obviously I can filter them and then I just replied and deleted it. Yes, this card in English is very expensive. This card in Japanese is very expensive. I could easily buy both, but this was one of those things where I bought this card for $40 compared to $400 or $500 in the other 2 languages. So, and I agree, like it's absolutely insane. And yes, they are, especially because it's becoming a booming market. But this card here is so iconic. I have the regular full art, which is the redback Charizard. I have the shiny version in English and Japanese. And then I saw this one, so I had to get it. But it's just one of those things that was like someone went out of their way to make a stupid comment, so I decided to respond. Anyway, enough of that. Charizard GX Hyper Rare. This is one of the most iconic Charizards in modern Pokemon TCG. It was one of the hardest to pull from Burning Shadows. I never pulled it myself. I may just end up buying it now just out of spite. And then I'll grade it, and then I'll send a picture of it to that guy. Anyway, but yeah, such a beautiful card. This came from Golden Energy. Again, the Chinese sets, they're catching up with the English ones and the Japanese ones, of course. So, but this card in Burning Shadows was like 2018, I want to say. Maybe even earlier than that, maybe even 2017. But anyway, such a beautiful card. It was something I wanted to get for a long time, and I saw it in Chinese. Couldn't pass up on it, but let's see how we did. Oh, there we go. Absolutely insane. We get the 10. Such a beautiful card. And again, I don't know the value of any of these right now. I'm going to do research after the fact. But yeah, to the guy talking shit, there we go. I got a 10. Absolutely beautiful. It would have been insane if this would have been a pristine. But hey, a Gem Mint 10 Charizard, especially this one, it's so iconic. I'll gladly take it. That's huge. Very, very nice. All right. We still have more to go. So let's check out this one. Ooh. So, speaking about the shiny, right? So, this one here, Charizard GX. This is from GX Ultra Shiny. This set was probably one of the most popular, if not the most popular, modern set to date. Hidden Fates was the English iteration. GX Ultra Shiny. I think the boxes, and again, this from 2018. The boxes for this set are well over $1,000 a box. It's absolutely insane. But again, you would pull stuff like this. I also got this card from a guy named Keddy over on Instagram. He was selling off all his Blastoise, and then he was selling off some stuff like this. And he told me, he said, hey man, it's probably not perfect, but I'll make you a deal. Of course, I had to take him up on it because I have the English one sitting in my Hidden Fates binder with my complete set. But yeah, so the Hyper Rare in a 10. Let's see how we did in the Japanese Shiny. Ooh, got an 8 on this one, but hey, that's still a big grade for this card, right? This is a tough card to grade. Yeah, and again, it's one of those things where I can definitely see a little bit of scratches on the back, and it may be the plastic. There is one, and I can see it here. You may not be able to pick it up, but so right where this star is right here, I'm going to try and show you. There is a scratch on the hollow right above that. I don't know if you guys can see it. And then outside of that, I'd say it's probably the centering, but for a card that's very expensive, an 8 is still a huge grade. So it's probably still sitting around its raw value right now, but this is one that I'm going to hold on to. And again, I did mention there's some that I'm going to hold on to. This is definitely one of them. Now I have the Japanese and the English. I may grade my English one. I want to get the Chinese one as well. But yeah, 2 huge cards back to back. Which one do you think is better? Wabbit, you probably like the shiny one better, right? Just absolutely beautiful cards. I'm glad to have both of these now. So super excited about that. All right, let's see what else we got. Ooh, okay, now we're getting to some of the old school. The non-shiny, yeah. So you like the hyper rare? Yeah, I don't know, both of them are absolutely beautiful to me. I do like the hyper or the shiny though. It's, I don't know, something about that shiny Charizard. All right, so here we go. So this is one that I showed off earlier today that I'm getting graded for Alex over at /frag. Such a beautiful card. Again, this came from the Neo Premium File number 2. This came with the Pichu and the Entei. Let's see how mine did, and then we'll compare once yours comes in, and we'll see how we did together. 7.5, okay, nice, not bad. Hey, for a card that's 24 years old, I'll take a 7.5. Like, that's absolutely amazing. And I can see it right off the rip. There's a ding right on top, if you can see it there. There's probably scratches all over the back and the front, but it's such a beautiful card. I'm not going to complain. Like, the 7.5, I'll take it. All right, so here's where it gets even more fun. You ready? This one here, good old Blaine's Charizard. This is another one it's such an iconic artwork. You got Blaine in the bottom corner. But yeah, this is from 1999. This is from Gym Series 2. So it was called Challenge from the Darkness on the Japanese side. The English side was just called Gym Challenge. But it's obviously one of the bigger cards from that set. I don't know. I'm already looking at it. I'm trying to get in my head about it. I just want to look at the grade, and then I'll give you my feedback here. But let's see how we done this one. Nice. An 8.5 on that one. That's a huge grade. I'll gladly take that. The one thing I was thinking about right away was the centering. If you look at the centering, it is shifted down this way. A little more obvious on the back. It's definitely shifted down that way, but still a beautiful card. Yeah, the centering definitely threw this one off for sure. There's probably some scratches, probably some whitening here and there, but it's such a beautiful card. And it's so funny because I'm trying to get a couple more of these to grade. But I still think that's a huge grade for, you know, a card that's that old. This one's 25 years old. I'll gladly take it. So these last three, I know what they are because I remember this submission. So let's start with the first one. Oof, good old Dark Charizard. The last two, man, I'm excited. So Dark Charizard, again, this from 1997, so we're going back another 2 years. This from Rocket Gang, also the Team Rocket English set. Again, my favorite set, hands down, in Pokemon history. I have the set complete in English and Japanese. I've got a bunch of the sealed packs. I don't have a booster box, of course, because it's too expensive. But yeah, so I submitted a bunch of these. Yeah, hey, I'm right there with you. I'm not the biggest Charizard fan, obviously. You guys saw how many Blastoise I have and how much I promote Blastoise. But it's such an awesome artwork. I love the Dark Charizard. But let's take a look and see how we did here. Nice. All right, I'll take a 7.5 on this one. Not the highest grade, but again, for a card that's that old, that's not bad. Honestly, centering looks pretty decent on this. I already see some of the whitening and stuff on the bottom. It's clearly not perfect by any means, but that's a beautiful card right there. And it's something that it may be in someone's price range, especially with it being a little bit of a lower grade. I've had people reach out to me before with some of these lower grades. They bought my card just to crack it and put it in a binder. Once you buy it, best of luck to you. Do whatever you want, as long as you don't, record it. As long as you don't record yourself smashing it in a parking lot after you get it, that would kind of hurt a little bit. But yeah, it's one of those things that this might be in someone's price range. So this will definitely go up on the eBay shop for sure. All right, see what else we got. So second try. Yeah, it's one of those things where like I always think about that. Someone buys something for me, and then they're going to tag me in a video like, oh, I just got this card from WakoBako, and they just absolutely destroy it. All right, here we go. Second try. Same card, same set, 1997. Let's see how we do on this one. 6.5. 6.5 on that one. As soon as I saw the 6. Centering on this one. Yeah, I'm going to have to look at this one a little bit more. I know there's whitening on some of these corners here. So if you look at that edge right there, there's a little bit of whitening kind of going down the side right there. Yeah, it's still a beautiful card. I'm not going to be upset about it. It cost me almost nothing to grade this. Oh, we'll go over that here in a second. In terms of like what this whole submission cost me versus its estimated value. But a 6.5 in this one, again, not the most glorious, but hey, it'll go up on the shop. Maybe someone will buy it. Maybe put it in the binder. But here we go. Last but definitely not least. And so I put this one last for a very specific reason. If you guys can see, there is a swirl in that top corner. Come on, let me see if I can get it to show. There it is, kind of. You can kind of see it right up there in this corner. I bought this from a card shop in Virginia when I was there, before I came back home. I got a killer deal on it. I looked it over. I got in the car. I looked at it again. I didn't even realize the swirl was there. You kind of see it right there in the corner. Man, come on, lighting. Nope, it's not going to work with me. But anyway, there's a swirl in the corner. But yeah, I bought this from a card shop in Virginia. And I was like, you know what? Let me try my luck. Let's see how it goes. It looks really, really clean. Centering looks good. It is shifted a little bit down this way. But, all right, let's try our luck and see how we did on this one. Nice. We got the 9. I'll gladly take that. That is huge. Yeah, if I was to guess, it's centering. There's probably a little, there's a little white dot on this bottom here. Probably some surface scratches, but that's huge. So for what this cost me, I'll gladly take that. And you know what? The even better part is, check this out. I have a 9 in PSA as well. So I'm going to put these both on the desk together. It's funny because the centering looks very similar on both of these. But yeah, so now I have a PSA 9 and the CGC 9 as well. So gladly take that. All right, so that's the whole submission. I'm going to go through, I'm going to pull out all the 10s real quick. And we're just going to look at this. Again, just quick recap. So we got the 10 Mewtwo. We got a 7. So I'm going to do different piles here. Obviously, I'll restack them later. We got another 10 here with the Charizard V-Star. What's the red cover I'm using? Oh, these? So I'm glad you said that. So these came from, what is this? 3D, hold Hold on. I have one loose. Hold on. Oh yeah, so this came from Collect 3D. I got them from, reach out to them on Instagram. There's the website right there. No, you're fine, you're fine. But there's the website right there. If you guys can see that, collect3d.com. They do it for PSA, Beckett, CGC. They do slab covers for everybody. But yeah, I reached out to them recently actually because I told them, I said, hey, I'm gonna need some more. No, you're fine, you're fine. But yeah, definitely worth getting. If you do buy anything from them, they're not sponsored by any means, but give them a shout, let them know that I sent you. But it's well worth it. He 3D prints all of them, and my favorite thing about it is these little kickstands. So you could leave it like in a little shelf in a folder here, but I just love how it's got the little kickstands on it. You just set it up like that. It's got a nice little lean on it, so it's angled up. But yeah, absolutely beautiful. Definitely a huge fan of these. Shout out to Collect 3D. All right, so let's keep going. So here's the 10 pile. We keep going. So yeah, another 10, another 10, another 10. Pristine 10, huge. You guys can still see all these, right? Making sure it's not off screen. Yeah, oh yeah, we got plenty of room. All right, another 10. We got the 9.5. Just gonna put you over here. We got to the 9. We got a 7.5. This one hurts, but you know what? I'm gonna have to look it over. Maybe I'll swap it out with their. I don't know. I don't know. That one's kind of on my brain a little bit, but I'll have to look into it a little bit more. So here we go. The big 3 from this one, honestly, for modern. We got the 10 in all of these. This is huge. And again, Jason Nee, thank you so much. If you're watching this, reach out to me on Instagram after. Let me know what you think. And I'm looking forward to the next deal I do with you. But again, absolutely amazing. If I would have got any of these in pristine, I would have lost my mind. All right, so again, another 10 Chinese shiny Charizard. We got the 9 in the V Max. We got the pristine 10. This is huge too, in the hyper rare. We got a 10 in the GX. Man, such a beautiful card. We got the 8 in the shiny. We got the 7.5 in the Neo File 2. Messed up, yeah. All right, I'm gonna leave it at that. I will be back in a little bit. Thank you all for popping into the stream. If you guys are still here, yep, that's it. Stream ended, sorry.